Hey everybody, and welcome back to the No Flipping Excuses show. My name is Michael Bradhauer, and I am joined today again with Jason Powell. So Jason, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. And today I'm doing well.
Hey, if we do good on this video after we're done, can Jason get some wingies?
Some wingies?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll tell you what. If
I'll do anything for hot wings, folks.
If at least 20 people right now can like, comment, and subscribe, we'll make sure we get you some hot wings.
Yes.
Okay? You hear that? Everybody, Jason Powell would like hot wings, and we need you to like, comment, subscribe.
I told him, hey, we're gonna do some fun things on this video for you, show you how we can create some deals with little capital. You know, I'll let you explain that, but I was like, I'm hungry. I want some wings.
It's tough, but you know what?
But you're here eating knowledge, right? So we're all going to eat together.
But we're partnering up too at the same time. We're
Correct.
partnering up here. And actually in today's video, we're going to be talking about, and Jason, I'm going to have you dive into this a little bit more, how you can actually partner up and create, zero down strategies by partnering up with somebody, essentially creating a JV deal where you can close deals with no money.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's what we're going to break down here. So again, if you're new to the channel, 27 years of investment funding, private funding, hard money. So now we're going to talk about whether you've been doing it for 10 years, 15 years, you're a seasoned pro, whether you're getting started. I always tell people this. It doesn't matter where you're at in your life cycle of real estate investing. Sometimes you get in front of a lot of opportunities and you can't close them all at once, or you can't close them fast enough. So now you're faced with losing an opportunity, and we don't want that to happen. So one thing that we want to talk about in this video is, hey, one way that we can get deals closed with little to no money out of your pocket whatsoever. And again, you may have some capital and it might not be the biggest motivating factor, but I always try and explain it this way. If you're new, you're absolutely going to want to take notes. So even if you're a seasoned pro and you think you have all the capital in the world, what if 3 deals present themselves at the same time? Maybe we should have some of these things that we're going to talk about set up, right?
Let me ask you this, as a seasoned pro, how important or valuable is it to you when another investor presents an opportunity that says, hey, I don't really have the money to do this, but I have this incredible deal, this incredible opportunity. What's your type of reaction to that as a seasoned pro?
So in the marketplace, we've on purpose, very deliberately, and again, we teach this at our workshops, but we teach on purpose to be the most user-friendly business in town. So because we do that and we answer people's questions, anything they need, any resource that I've ever had, my 25-year career, we'll deliver it to them. The byproduct is this. People come to us with deals that they're unsure of what to do with, or they know with certainty in the moment, I've got a good deal presenting itself to me, but I know I can't get it to finish line in a timely fashion. I don't have the funds. So they bring those things to us. And so we're going to teach you on this video how to start thinking in terms of what do I do to present myself well, so that I can start grabbing JV partners so that when I have good opportunities in front of me, I know that I can get them to the finish line, which is basically what you're after. So what I do is I'm always willing to look at a deal. Okay. I'm always willing to look what somebody thinks is a deal and evaluate it and see if there's a way to work together and make money and make it a win-win relationship, which is what we're talking about in this video.
It is. It's 100% what we're talking about in this video. And if I'm reading between the lines here, not only are you talking about, hey, we teach our community, we teach our team to have a user-friendly business.
Correct.
It's not just about you learning that, but actually being a part of the right team, being a part of teammates that understand, hey, there's more than enough opportunity to go around. There are thousands and thousands of properties. There's no reason I shouldn't listen to what you have to say.
Yeah.
But if you're on the wrong team, that might not actually happen. So, and the reason I bring this up is because one of our favorite strategies, something we love to deploy, is the tax delinquent. Yeah. And how many tax properties are falling delinquent every year, every day, every month?
Yeah. So if we're talking about tax delinquent properties, and what we're talking about is motivated off-market leads. It's one of our favorite lead sources out of 34 that we attack in a market. On average per state, there's 20,000 people that have missed their property tax payment. So as you're listening to this and we're talking about partnering on deals, you have no shortage of off-market leads. You don't have a lead generation problem. You have a, how do I engage them to get them to come to me the right way problem. That's fair.
Right. And that brings me to my point. There are thousands of these people falling behind every single year. And how many, I mean, and that brings me to my point. There are thousands of people falling behind the tax sale every single year. And so even with the untold number of investors out there, you can't contact them all. It's impossible. It's impossible. So being a member of a team and reaching out to these folks, because it takes time to cultivate these relationships. And not only does it take time, but now you need the ability to, as you said, maybe you're a brand new investor, maybe you're a seasoned investor. Who knows? Maybe you're a seasoned investor and all your capital's tied up in the multiple projects you have going on, right?
Without a doubt.
So when it comes to being in the right team and partnering up, how do you initially start that conversation when you're about to reach somebody?
Okay, so let's break this down, folks. We're talking here on this video on how do I get deals to the finish line, no matter where you're at in your life cycle, especially if you're getting started. Obviously, this is going to resonate with you. Get ready to take some notes, like, comment, subscribe, and share it with other investors as well. But let's talk about this. What I want you to do to put your best foot forward, if you want to partner with somebody to get a deal to the finish line, what you want to do is just establish. What I like to do is say, hey, just sit down and have a coffee with people and tell them you can't close fast enough. Hey, the reason I want to partner with you on some of the good deals that I have is that I'm losing deals because I write contracts that I try and close in 30 days. And sometimes they need to close faster because my competition can close in 18 days or 20 days. So what I'd like to do is sit down with you, establish a relationship with you. Tell me what would be a good return on investment for you, 6, 7, 8, 9%, whatever it may be. And if I present a good deal in front of you, I give you the valuation of the property, show you that the contract is locked up, lay out for you what my intentions are on the back end. Can you be a funding partner for me? So I always tell people this. It is equally, you getting a good deal locked up is a good thing. But it is equally important for you to spend time actually cultivating and finding a few relationships that can be your JV partner that can actually fund the deals for you. And here's the thing that, and again, if you haven't done this yet, here's what I need you to understand. Once you've done the work up front I always say to talk to 20 people, sit down and have coffee with 20 people and say, hey, look, I just can't close fast enough. So I'd like to give you a good return on investment and give you a little bit of the profit if we can partner together. So all I need to know is if you're interested in that and I put a good deal in front of you, how much capital could you have available for a good deal? And what's an appropriate amount of time that you could have the money ready so that when I'm negotiating with the homeowner, I say, hey, my partner and I can close in this amount of time. That's the way that I want you to present yourself. And
Jason, just so, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but so we can dive back a little bit, how might that deal be structured? Let's just say you approach me and say, hey, I can't close fast enough. And I'm thinking this guy's got his, all his ducks in a row. I am available. What are those terms going to look like for you?
So again, you're wanting to create a win-win relationship and an ongoing relationship. And before I answer that, I'll say this, which is where I was going, but I'll answer you. No, which is good. I'll answer your question as well. It's very valid and everybody needs to hear it. The fun part is that when you've taken the time to have conversations, some will say, yeah, let's do it. Some won't. Who cares? Some will, some won't. Who cares? Right. Sit down and talk to 20 people and have coffee and have no expectation. Right. And some will say, yeah, we could do that. And so you've established it. But here's the fun part. Once you get one deal locked up and you partner with them and you give them the return on investment, it goes smooth. They're going to want to do it again and again and again. So all you need to do is sit down and talk to 20 people and have coffee with them. That's your only responsibility. Some will, some won't. Who cares?
Hey, book your free strategy session call today by going to 2daycall.com. That's the number 2daycall.com. We'd love to talk to you about how we're tapping into 34 plus lead generation off-market strategies in your market. Most of them too are free. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can help you and your business thrive right now. Head on over to 2daycall.com. Talk to you later. Bye.
Now, what would it look like? I always work in reverse. It's one of the most common questions. Hey, Jason, when you're setting it up, how do you have the conversation to create a win-win, but obviously try and keep as much profitability as you can? because you're partnering.
Right, because we're all red-blooded Americans, as you'd said previously, and we're
red-blooded Americans. We're in this to make some profit.
Exactly,
I don't work with you, but hey, I want to make some profit.
Exactly. Right? So I had to put that in there because we are here to help folks. We want to create win-win-win scenarios, but call a spade. We're here to make a little bit of money too.
Yeah, correct. So again, just like you negotiate with a homeowner, you're going to negotiate with your JV partner. What I like to do is work in reverse. I'll go in reverse and say, hey, I'd like you to be a capital partner. If I put a good deal in front of you, I'll protect it with the deed of trust. You'll be on the insurance policy. Anything happens on the house, it's insured. Here's all your money, right? So you're showing them that you'll protect it. And I say, in return for that, depending on the deal and how long I need the money, I'll pay you a guaranteed 6 to 10% return on your money. So I like to start in terms of, I'll just give you a return on investment. Let's agree to an interest rate. And that's where I start. But what you'll find is when you have the conversation, hey, I'm okay being a partner with you on your deals, but I actually just want to, you don't even need to owe me interest. I want to share in the profitability. A savvy person with their money will probably approach you that way. Just be prepared for that. Know that's a conversation that you may end up having. So where you started with an interest rate, they'll be like, well, I want to share in the profitability. If I'm going to fund your deals and make it easy and you don't need paycheck subs, tax returns, and W-2s, which is very fair. Okay. Having said that, they may just want a piece of the pie. What I would do is say, hey, look, I've sourced the deal. I'll get it to the finish line. I'll market it, get it sold, exit the transaction, and when the title company's ready to cut checks, I'll give you 20% of the profit. So I usually, if they go that direction with me, I'll say, hey, I'll give you 20% of the profit. That's where I usually start. But I am not scared to create a new relationship with somebody that can fund my deals fast and end up giving them 50-50. I'll start with trying to just give them an interest rate return on the money that they put out on a good deal that I put in front of them. If they want to partner in the profitability, I'll start with 20%, but I'll still go up to 50%. It's leverage for me. You understand that, right? That's leverage for you. When you know that you don't have to go to a bank and jump through all the jump through all the hoops and all the red flags that you got to do to get funding, that's a world-class victory for you. Because here's what you know how to have at your fingertips. Speed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can tell a homeowner, look, I'll talk to my partner. We could close in 9 days. As long as we have clear title, we can close in 9 days. That will get me a deal. The reason I'm saying that is this. Your responsibility is to sit down and have coffee and say, hey, I'd like to maybe have you be my JV partner and fund some deals for me. And then some will, some won't. Who cares? Line it up. Because now when you're out in the marketplace and you run across some deals that need to close fast, that have a high level of motivation, now you're prepared to close. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about JVing with people. I'm talking to you about start with an interest rate, then go to 20% if they want to share profitability, but I would still end up doing 50-50 because now I can close deals that other people can't. I may win a deal that nets $100,000 because I can close in 12 days and my competition can't.
Yes. And there's some key points, and I know we got to wrap this up, but there's some key points that Jason, that you pointed out that I want to make sure everybody heard. Okay. Mm-hmm. And one of those things is once you close on the first deal, they're going to be begging you. They're going to be knocking down your door for the next one. Can I give a specific
example?
Oh, yeah, please.
So I have a gentleman. He knows what I do. He's seen me do it for 20 years. He's seen me speak, this and that, close countless transactions in the marketplace. He sees that I lend private money, all this other stuff, because I live on both sides of the equation here. And he's like, hey, can you put my money to work for me? I'm like, yeah. He told me he had X amount of dollars, let's say $100,000. So I put $85,000 to work for him. I guaranteed him a return on investment. I think it was 10%. So I put his money to work, and within, let's say 90 days, I'm like, here's all your money back plus your return. The moment I returned his money, he turned it into a drug dealer. He's like, hey man, come here. He goes, hey, I got $250. He's like, I go, oh, look, the money fairy showed up. And he goes, shut up. I just want to make sure that it worked. Look, when you do a deal, get it to the finish line and give them the return on investment that they wanted, which is better than what they're currently getting wherever they have it. And you can say, hey, look, I'm going to protect it with insurance and you're insured. Wherever you have your investment right now, I'm willing to bet, unless you tell me different, it's not insured. You win. Once you close the transaction, they'll be like, let's do it again and again. They'll be like, when are you going to put my money to work? I have a friend, Casey, out of California. What's up, Casey? And I know you're going to watch this video. I put Casey's money to work, and he's like, Got any more of those transactions laying around, Sparky? Right? So you establish a relationship, close the deal, make it a win-win, and they'll want you to do it over and over and over. So take what we told you, drill it down to what is your core responsibility? Sit down and have coffee with 20 people. Can't make it any easier than that.
Hey, that is good stuff. And I'll tell you what, and we're gonna wrap it up right there, just because now you know exactly what to do. You know how to go out there and no longer be nervous, because you don't even need to spin some crazy tale. All you did was lay the facts down. This is what I've got. This is what's available. This is what'll happen if it falls apart. You're still gonna be taken care of. So do you want this or not? Because I've got a ton of other people that I talk to and maybe present the opportunity to them.
Hey, I'm coming to you first.
Yep. He's giving you the opportunity. So there's no reason to be nervous, because you're giving them the chance that they're going to be begging you for later. So Jason, thank you for that. That is excellent. And you can go out there, partner up with somebody using the deal itself as leverage. You don't need to have anything in your own tool belt besides the deal that you've followed our training videos, you've watched us on YouTube and subscribed and learned all those techniques. So
yeah. And if you've subscribed, guess what? We took the time to shoot 200 something videos. They're dropping. They're coming. If you haven't subscribed and you have a deal that you're working on and you haven't watched the videos where we break down different techniques, different types of leads, different this, how to run the business, you missed that deal and then you watch it later. Shameful.
I bet you they miss partnering opportunities by not subscribing.
Don't let that happen.
Don't be that person. All right.
Time to rock and roll. Let's go.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Jason Palliser. It's a pleasure as always, and we'll see you.
Hey, can I get my wings now?
I'll check the subscriber count, and if it's up there, straight to Wing Kingdom.
Hey, you want some free advice from me? Hot wings. See ya.